So today is a very special law of the day. Special law of the day. I did not go out this morning because of different reasons. Usually I go out in the morning to do my ministry, to preach, to wake our people up. But unfortunately, I did not go out this morning. I kind of calculated some things. My plan My plan is to maybe go out this evening. I might go out this evening because the moon is going to be half this evening, and tomorrow is the Sabbath day. So tomorrow is the Sabbath day, and the moon will be half tonight. So I'm thinking it will be more effective to go out this evening than this morning. Because when I'm speaking, I can point to the moon and say, look, here's the moon, it's half. Tomorrow is the worship day. So, and also I have to go do some work on this car to put some speakers. I want to put some speakers on top. I got some speakers that I want to put on top of this car. So, and also I'm working on a billboard for our congregation. So I want to use this morning to do those things, to handle those things. Because whenever I go out to preach in the morning, I usually preach 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours, and then after that I'm very, very exhausted. I feel very exhausted when I finish, so I'm not able to get a lot of things done after that. So anyways, Zulin, after Sabbath I'll begin to go back out again. After Sabbath we'll be out on the street again. So before I go into the law of the day, there's another project, another assignment that I believe that Yah gave me. I believe Yah wants me to do something I call spiritual analysis. So spiritual analysis is pretty much analyzing what's going on in the world, the things that are on the news, the events that are unfolding in the world that are in the news. So if you watched a few days ago, I spiritually analyzed DeepSeek. DeepSeek was an artificial intelligence platform that came out of China, and I'm sure you saw that on the news. It was everywhere. It was everywhere on the news. This, this beta version of artificial intelligence was developed in China and was released, and the Gentiles was going crazy. So now they are planning to shut it down. The Europeans are planning to shut down that Chinese AI platform. It's called DeepSeek. I'm sure you had that on the news. So I addressed it on the other law of the day. It was a law of the day I did a couple of days ago where I addressed that. So before I do the law of the day right now, what I want to address right now is I want to address the current situation right now, which is the current thing that is on the news as we speak at this very moment. We have a news that just broke, and I know that there are some of you that follows the news. Usually law keepers don't like to follow the news. Usually law keepers, they hate the world. They don't want to associate with the things of the world, which is fine. That's okay. But for those that do follow the news and keep up with the news, that's a good thing too. That's very good, because you can actually you can actually see Bible prophecies fulfilled by if you pay attention on what's happening in the world. So what is on the news right now is it's Donald Trump. So about yesterday or day before yesterday, Donald Trump, he I'm gonna deal with two things that are coming from him. So Donald Trump is basically, he wants to shut down USAID, US aid. So US aid is basically it's basically a tool that the Americans use to destabilize government. US aid is an agency within the US government that they use to destabilize and to change governments around the world. Now you might be thinking, brother, what does this have to do with me? Well, it's biblical. It's biblical. It's definitely biblical because Daniel chapter 2 from verse 40, Daniel chapter 2 from verse 40 tells you about the fourth kingdom, how the fourth kingdom will try to crush the other kingdoms. So America and the Europeans are that fourth kingdom today. They are the fourth kingdom. And whoa, that's my neighbor's baby. That's my neighbor's baby in the back. I don't think they knew the baby came out. I don't think they realized baby came out. So, wow, this is how people lose their baby. That's my neighbor's baby down there, and I don't know if it's a he or she, because they just moved. Anyways, so basically, U.S. aid. U.S. aid is a platform that the Europeans use to destabilize government. And Daniel chapter 2, Daniel 2 from verse 40 tells you about the beast, how the beast will think to change times and laws. That the beast will think to change times and laws. The beast will think to change. Oh, that's Daniel chapter 7. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by those people in the background. But anyway, Daniel chapter 2 from verse 40. Daniel 2 from verse 40 to about 45 tells you how the fourth kingdom will crush the other kingdoms that come before it. All the other kingdoms that come before it will be crushed, according to Daniel chapter 2 from verse 40. So, and that's what's happening, because if you want, you can check out my other videos about the beast. The Europeans are the beast. I do have a video on that, a very convincing video with lots and lots of information that clearly shows who the beast is. So it's very interesting, because what we see here is the collapse of the beast, collapse of the mystery Babylon, collapse of the fourth kingdom. That's what we are witnessing. For Donald Trump to want to dismantle U.S. aid. U.S. aid. U.S. aid has been around since the 1950s, and what they do is that if they don't like your if they don't like your country, they will focus on your country, and then they begin to give people money inside your country to do stuff, to organize protests, to start newspaper companies, to start TV companies and radio companies that will be used against that government. So if you crack down, if you go after those organizations and you're like, oh, US is funding you, they're like, no, US is not funding us. It's just a charity organization. So US aid is part of the CIA, it's part of the American government, and US aid is pretty much one of the biggest tools that they have, even more powerful than their military. US aid is more powerful than the military. US aid is a tool that they use to destabilize the world. So for about 50 years or so, that US aid they've been using it, and they lie that they're using it to help people. They're not using it to help people. They use it to destabilize governments around the world, to fulfill Daniel chapter 2 from verse 40. Daniel chapter 2 from verse 40 that tells you that the beast will try to crush the other kingdoms and crush them to pieces. So it's interesting to now watch Donald Trump come into office and then start the process of dismantling US aid. So these are all part of the collapse of the fourth kingdom, because we all want the fourth kingdom to fall. We all want the beast to fall. No righteous person likes the beast that the Bible spoke of. All of us hate the beast. We despise the beast, the beast that the scripture talks about. And America is that beast today. So for many of us, it puts a smile on our face. We're very happy to see that fourth kingdom collapse, because that fourth kingdom has not been good force to the world. America has not been good for the world. America has brought all kinds of sin and abomination worldwide, So it's really pretty good. It feels really good. It feels good to watch Donald Trump dismantle US aid, because US aid has been their tools for more than 50 years. They are using to go around the world and destabilize government, funding all kinds of abomination, funding gay stuff, funding, they even in Cuba, because they hated the Cuban government and they wanted to dethrone Fidel Castro for almost 50 years. They wanted to dethrone Fidel Castro. So it came out recently. It came out that US aid, part of the US government, the one that Trump is dismantling, US aid was actually paying people like to go into rap. They were paying rappers to start rapping against the government, because you know that young kids, young people listen to rappers, right? Rap music. So what they were doing is that they were paying rappers in Cuba to rap against the Cuban government, so in that way they can rile up the kids. Of course, that failed. So it's a very demonic, wicked organization that they have been using for about 50 years, since the 1950s, to destabilize the world. So it feels really good. I mean, of course, I want the world to be destabilized. I hate what's going on in the world. What I want is for the kingdom of the Most High to be on this earth. I want righteousness in this world. I want righteousness. I want us the whole world to obey the Creator. So, but at the same time, the fourth kingdom is ruling the world right now. The fourth kingdom is ruling the world as we speak. So to see Donald Trump come in and begin, him and Elon Musk, the SpaceX guy, the Tesla guy, come in and try to shut down US aid. They put a lot of smile on a lot of people's face. A lot of people who are, a lot of people are very happy to see that demonic organization be brought down, because that US aid agency is one of the most powerful weapons that the beast has. They use it to go around the world promoting all kinds of abomination in the name of aid. They give you aid, American aid. So they come in, you guys in your country, there's nothing like homosexuality, there's nothing like gay, and you guys, you don't like gay people, you don't want to promote that stuff. Somebody in your country will be contacted by some degenerate from America or Canada, and they'll begin to pay that person in dollar. They pay them a lot of money in dollar to organize. They give the person a lot of money to organize other people. Before you know it, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gay organizations in your country. So these people get paid very well to just mobilize gay people, promote and convince people that they're gay.